Hello, friends. My name is Charmaine from Two Witch Isle, and this is a Witches Cauldron. I want to talk about a bit about that challenging your negative thoughts that I did a show on a while back, where I walked through how you challenge negative thoughts. I wanted to go a little bit more into that. After reading a book called Your Brain is Always Listening by Dr. Daniel G. Amen, MD, he brings up a topic called automatic negative thoughts, which is kind of what you're challenging with the challenging the negative thoughts. Automatic negative thoughts, and then condensing that down to the acronym ANT. Well, you know what ants do. If you drop a crumb, or you're trying to have a picnic and one ant finds a crumb and a whole bunch show up and suddenly they're all over whatever's there on the ground. That's kind of what your thoughts do, your automatic negative thoughts. So I think ANT is a beautiful acronym for it. If you allow it to, if you believe that your thoughts are truth, any of those automatic negative thoughts will come across and then more will join it if you believe it. And then if you think about it, how do negative thoughts like that make you feel? Well, if you're thinking something like, um, I'm not worth it, or you're thinking that you're feeling guilty because you weren't able to be there for a friend when they asked you, or something to that nature. Those thoughts can make you feel really, really bad. And so that's why it's important to challenge them. So, what does challenge them, just like we walked through in those worksheets, is accurate thinking. Accurate thinking is what kills ants, those automatic negative thoughts in your head. If you're thinking, oh, golly, I'm just not as good as these people around me, that's an automatic negative thought. It can be an automatic negative. It can be an automatic negative thought. I know it has been one of my big automatic negative thoughts in the past. And it, challenging it over and over again and rewriting what my brain is telling me, rewriting it with accuracy, truth, so that now that my brain has is able to see truth versus just automatic negative thoughts, it's now trained to seek it out. So now my brain is less likely to jump into those automatic negative thoughts and then suddenly become a swarm of them all over my brain. And, if you think of it that way, you think all of those automatic thoughts as little ants just crawling all over your brain. That is what you allow to happen if you allow those automatic negative thoughts to be truth in your head. So I'm going to just tell you real quick, which there's 9 listed in this book of automatic negative thoughts. I'm sure you could probably come up with more, but these are the general ideas surrounding those negative thoughts. And I'm going to go ahead and read them off so you know what they are. Maybe I'll walk into each one individually in the upcoming Witches Cauldron so we can really talk about them just a little bit more. So these are the ant types, according to Dr. Amen's book. Oh, shoot, what was the book name? Your brain is always listening. My brain isn't always listening. Oh, I might leave that in. Okay, so the 9 automatic negative thought ant types. All or nothing ants, thinking that things are either all good or all bad. Less than ants, comparing and seeing yourself as less than others. Just the bad ants, seeing only the bad in a situation. Guilt beating ants, thinking in words like should, must, ought, or have to. Labeling ants, attaching a negative label to yourself or someone else. Fortune telling ants, predicting the worst possible outcome for a situation with little or no evidence for it. Mind reading ants, believing you know what other people are thinking even though they haven't told you. If only and I'll be happy when ants, arguing with the past and longing for the future. And number 9 is blaming ants, blaming someone else for your problems. Those are the 9 automatic negative thoughts. According to Dr. Amon's book, The Brain is Always Listening. And like I said, I'll go into each one individually in the upcoming Witches Cauldrons. So I guess I'll see you for the next 9 episodes at least. Okay, one more thing before I do go. Let's talk just a moment about what these automatic thoughts do to your spirituality, because we know what it does to your mental health. And if your emotions are kind of in the dumps, what is it doing to your spirituality? Well, in spirituality, if you're thinking all these automatic negative thoughts, then what is coming to you is nothing but more automatic negative thoughts, because that is how manifestation works. You know, the more you think about one thing, the more that one thing is going to come about. Like, if I tell you not to look for white cars, you are more than likely going to see a whole bunch of white cars, because you're thinking in your head, don't look for white cars, don't look for white cars. Well, guess what? Now you're manifesting those white cars. When you're thinking automatic negative thoughts, you're just perpetrating more negative thoughts for yourself. And toxic positivity is not the answer. So, for this episode, just know that those automatic negative thoughts, those ants on your brain, can be challenged with accurate thinking, and that accurate thinking will kill those ants. As always, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And until next time on the Witch's Cauldron, light and love, friends.